The wind howled through the desolate streets of the small town, carrying with it a chill that seemed to seep into the very bones of its inhabitants. Among them was Eliza Hartley, a struggling artist whose dreams of success had faded into the harsh reality of a meager existence. Her once vibrant strokes had become mere smudges on the canvas of her life. One gloomy afternoon, while wandering through the town's forgotten alleys, Eliza stumbled upon an estate sale. Curiosity piqued, she stepped inside the dilapidated mansion, its faded grandeur now a distant memory. The rooms were filled with dusty relics and forgotten treasures, but one item stood out among them all, an old, ornate frame holding a painting shrouded in mystery. The portrait depicted a woman, her delicate features frozen in a hauntingly beautiful expression. Her eyes, piercing yet empty, seemed to follow Eliza's every move. The artist within her stirred with a hunger she hadn't felt in years. She couldn't tear her gaze away from the enigmatic beauty captured on the canvas. Without hesitation, Eliza approached the caretaker of the estate and inquired about the painting. The old man, his voice trembling with a mix of weariness and caution, revealed that the portrait had a troubled past. It was said to possess an otherworldly power, capable of transforming the lives of those who possessed it. Drawn in by the allure of this enigma, Eliza purchased the painting and brought it home to her modest studio apartment. As she hung it on the wall, a strange sensation coursed through her veins, as if an unseen force had claimed residence within her very being. Days turned into weeks, and Eliza's obsession with the painting grew. She would spend hours in front of it, her paintbrush trembling in her hand as she tried to capture the essence of the woman's haunting gaze. Sleep became a luxury she couldn't afford, as the portrait consumed her every waking thought. One night, as the moon bathed her studio apartment in an ethereal glow, Eliza noticed a subtle change in the painting. The woman's eyes seemed to hold a newfound glimmer, a touch of malevolence lurking within their depths. Fear crept into Eliza's heart, but it was overshadowed by an insatiable curiosity. With each passing night, the transformation intensified. The woman's expression morphed from hauntingly beautiful to a visage of torment and anguish. Her once flawless complexion twisted into a grotesque mask of decay, as if time itself had claimed her soul. Eliza's own reflection in the mirror seemed to mirror the portrait's descent into darkness. She reached out to friends and loved ones, desperate for solace and guidance, but they could not comprehend the sinister power that had consumed her life. They dismissed her fears as mere figments of an artist's imagination, ignorant of the malevolent presence that lurked within the painting. As Eliza's mind teetered on the precipice of sanity, she realized that the only way to free herself from the clutches of the painting was to confront the source of its power. With trembling hands, she gathered her art supplies and sat before the portrait, ready to capture its essence once and for all. As Eliza delved deeper into her artwork, the portrait seemed to respond to her touch. The woman's features contorted with each stroke of her brush, mirroring the pain and anguish etched into Eliza's very soul. The line between artist and subject blurred, until there was no distinction between the two. Days turned into weeks, and Eliza's once vibrant studio became a chamber of despair. Her physical appearance deteriorated, her once lustrous hair now a tangled mess, and her eyes sunken and bloodshot from sleepless nights. The lines of reality in the macabre portrait blurred in her mind, melding together into a twisted tapestry of torment. One fateful evening, as the final stroke of her brush touched the canvas, a surge of raw, palpable energy filled the room. The portrait writhed with life, the woman's contorted form convulsing in agony. Eliza recoiled in horror, realizing the extent of the dark forces she had unwittingly unleashed. A voice, both mournful and seductive, whispered from the depths of the painting, penetrating her very soul. "You have set me free," it hissed. "But freedom comes at a price." Eliza's heart pounded in her chest as she stared at the painting, a mixture of fear and determination fueling her next actions. With trembling hands, she grabbed a palette knife and slashed through the canvas, severing the connection that bound her to the malevolent artwork. As the final threads of the portrait were rent asunder, a wave of relief washed over Eliza. The room fell silent, the echoes of torment dissipating into the night. She stood amidst the ruins of her once beloved studio, her heart heavy with the weight of the ordeal she had endured. Days turned into months, and Eliza slowly rebuilt her life. She immersed herself in the healing power of art, creating works that reflected her newfound resilience and triumph over darkness. The townspeople, once skeptical of her claims, marveled at the haunting beauty that emanated from her paintings. In time, Eliza's fame as an artist spread far beyond the confines of the small town. Critics hailed her as a master of capturing the depths of the human spirit, oblivious to the fact that her artistic journey had taken her to the very edge of her sanity. As for the portrait, it was never seen again. Some whispered that it had been destroyed, banished from this world forever. Others believed it lay hidden, waiting for another unfortunate soul to stumble upon its insidious allure. Moral of the story: in the pursuit of art, one must tread carefully, for the boundaries between creation and destruction are often perilously thin. The allure of beauty can blind us to the darkness that lies beneath the surface. To truly create, one must confront their own demons and find the strength to navigate the treacherous depths of the human psyche. For it is only by confronting the darkness that we can find the true essence of light.